Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Myself Parag Jambulkar. In this video, we will discuss about bitset data structure in Java. In last videos, we have seen enumeration and vector. So enumeration is used to extract elements from other data structures, while vector is itself a data structure. Vector, there is a difference between vector and array. So array has a fixed size while vector is a dynamic array. Its size get incremented as per the requirement. Now we will discuss about bitset. Bitset, again, it is a data structure in Java language. As name indicates, it is a collection of bits. That's why it is called as the bitset. Now we will see the program so you can understand properly. If we search on Google Java bitset, so here docs.oracle.com, that is the oracle.com is the official website for Java language, as Oracle is the owner of Java language. We will open it. So here you can see bitset is a class and it belongs to java.util package, means bitset class that is present in java.util package. And here you will find out what operations we can perform on this data structure and what are the constructors. So better we will see examples so you can understand properly. So bitset is a class and it present in java.util package. That is the one thing. Now we are declaring two objects. We are defining two objects b1 and b2. Here we are mentioning the size. So here b1 we are adding 10 elements, means the capacity of this b1 will be 10. Again for b2 capacity will be 10. So when we are creating this object, so by default all the values will be set as 0, means as it is size 10, so indices will be from 0 to 9. So for all the indices and that value saved will be 0. Now what we are doing, we are changing the value. So wherever that index divisible by 2, we are setting it. Okay. Now for bit set there are two operations are there, set and clear. So set in the sense, for that particular index we are making that value 1. So again set means for that particular index we are making that value 1, and instead of set, suppose if we call clear, then for that particular index value will become 0. So that is the two main methods are there of bitset class, set and clear. Set means it will make that particular index 1, while clear it will make that value 0. So we'll use set method. And if you don't provide index, so it will make all values 1, and for clear again same thing. If you don't provide any argument, so it will, and if you use clear method, if I mention like this clear, and if I don't provide any argument, so it will make all the values 0. For all the indices it will make value 0. So we'll keep set here and providing argument r. So see what we are doing here, for all the indices which are divisible by 2, we are setting that value, means we are making it 1. Again all the indices which are divisible by 3, we are setting that value, in the sense we are making it 1. And after that we will print values of b1 and we will print values of b2, and after that we will call this method and, or, and xor. So we are calling this method but by using b1 object. So whatever the values will be there, whatever the output will be there, that will be saved for b1, not for b2, as we are calling and method by using b1 object. Again here we are calling or method which will perform the or function, and the values will be saved for b1, b2 will be unchanged. Again we are calling xor method by using b1 object, so values will get changed of b1 only, not b2. So here we are passing b2. Now see, we'll check the output. We'll run this program. So we'll compile it first. And then we will run it. So we got this values. Now see, initially, so wherever it is indices divisible by 2, so we are setting that value. So here we got it. So better we can understand by this. Now look at this. For B1, whatever these are the indices, and next thing is the values. So what we have done, wherever index is divisible by 2, we are setting it. In this case, if index is divisible by 3, then we are setting it. Setting it means we are setting the values to 1. So here 0 is divisible by 2, that's why it is 1. Again 2 is divisible by 2, that's why it is 1. 4 is divisible by 2, that's why it is 1. 6 divisible by 2, 1. Same way 8 is divisible by 2, that's why it is 1. So which are sets? 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. So that's why here we are getting the value 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. This means these indices are set as 1. Again for B2, wherever indices are divisible by 3, we are making it 1. So 0 is divisible by 3, that's why 1. 3 is divisible by 3, that's why 1. 6 is divisible by 3, that's why 1. 9 is divisible by 3, that's why 1. So 0, 3, 6 and 9. 0, 3, 6 and 9. Now what we are doing, we are performing AND operation. So we are calling AND method for that, and we are passing argument B2. So result will be saved here only. So here we are printing the value. So this is B1 after calling AND method. So these are the indices and these are the values. Now say AND, what it will do, if it is a 0 0, then it gives 0. If it is a 1 1, then again it gives 0. If it is a 0 1, then 0, 1 0 0. So now look at this, 1 1 1, 0 0 0, again 1 0 0, 1 0 0, likewise. So we are performing AND operation on these values and these values. So we got this result. So which values are set? 0 and 6. Here 1 is there for 0th index and 6th index. So 0 and 6. That's why we got result 0 and 6. This means there is a 1 value in 0th index and 6th index. After that, we are calling OR operation. But see, we have called this AND operation by the B1 object. So value of B1 will be this. Value of B1 will be these values. While B2 values will be unchanged. The same B2 values will be here. While B1 values are this result. Now we are performing OR operation on this and this. Now look at this. For OR operation, 1 1 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 1. Likewise, that OR operation will be done. Now, what values, what indices are set as 1? 0, 3, 6 and 9. So after OR operation 0, 3, 6 and 9. After that, we are performing OR operation. Again same thing. We have called OR method by using B1 object. So these values will be saved for B1, while B2 is unchanged because we are not changing the values of B2. Now this new value of B1 and new values of B2. So again we are calling XOR operation by using B1 object, and that is the output. Now you might be knowing truth table of XOR. So it will give, if both are same, then it is 0. If both inputs are different, then we get 1. So 1 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 as B1 and B2. Now both are same, so we got all 0. So there is not a single index whose value is 1. So that's why we got empty set. So in this way we can perform various operations on the bit set. So this is our program, and based on that, what operations we are called, we got the output. But keep in mind, bit set is a data structure defined in Java language. Bit set is a class. There are two main methods, set and clear. So when you are calling set method, it will make the index 1, value for the index 1. When you call clear method, it will make that value for the index 0. By default, all the values are 0. We can call different methods for this, and or XOR. So according to that, we will get the output. So friends, I hope you like this video. If yes, then click on like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press bell icon so that you will get notifications of my next video. So stay connected. Thank you.